Good morning, everybody. I just got to the airport. It's a beautiful day to fly, so you and I are jumping in low red and we're flying to Louisiana. I'll see you in the sky. All right, well, good morning. Thank you for joining me. I hope you are having a great start to your day, whatever day it is that you watch this. I am in 7738 November, Low Red. I'm at Sugar Land Regional Airport here in Houston, Texas, and I'm about to pick up my IFR clearance to fly to Shreveport, Louisiana. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Good morning, Sugar Land Ground, Cherokee 7738 November. I'd like to pick up IFR to Shreveport, Sierra Hotel Victor, please.
And Cherokee 773 November, Sugar Land Ground, good morning. And you are clear of the Shreveport Downtown Airport, Sierra Hotel Victor. The radar vectors showing the Lufkin 3 departure. Lufkin, direct. Maintain 2,000. Expect 7,000 within 10 minutes of departure. Departure frequency 123.8. Squawk 7206.
All right, cleared to Shreveport Downtown Airport via radar vectors to the Lufkin 3 Lufkin 3 departure to Lufkin, then direct. Climb, maintain 2,000, expect 7,000 within 10 minutes. Frequency will be 123.8, squawk 7206 for 7738 November.
Cherokee 773 November, your read back is correct, expect runway 17.
Sugar Land Ground, Cherokee 7738 November, how's the weather? Holding short of Echo, ready to taxi.
Cherokee 773 November, Sugar Land Ground, runway 17, taxi via Echo Alpha Mike.
17 via Echo Alpha Mike, 38 November, thank you. Both of my fuel tanks are completely topped off, so I've got 50 gallons of fuel, which is roughly 5 hours of flight time. And en route, I'm only supposed to be in the air for about an hour and 29 minutes as of right now. So even with radar vectors or some crazy change of course or diversions or whatever it is that I need to do, I'll have plenty of gas on board for today's flight. Sugar Land Tower, Cherokee 7738 November, holding short of 17, ready for departure.
And Cherokee 773 November, Sugar Land Tower, flight runway heading, maintain 2,000, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, maintain 2,000, 17, clear for takeoff, 778 November. All right, here we go. Final is clear. And runway is clear. Full power. All gauges are in the green and looking good. Airspeed's alive. Maintain center line. THT 364. Still rising. And rotate. Push that nose forward just a tad. Heading 170. Buttered. Can you even say that on takeoff? I don't know, but I just did.
Cherokee 3 November, contact Houston departure.
Over to departure. Talk to you later. 773 November.
Good flight.
Thank you. Good morning, Houston departure. Cherokee 773 November, checking in, climb through 800.
November 7738 November, Houston departure radar contact and left heading 310.
Left heading 310, 773 November.
Number 38 November, climb maintain 3,000.
Climb maintain 3,000, 773 November. All right. Airspeed's currently 99. CHT is coming up 413. All gauges are still in the green. Not seeing any traffic depicted on my GPS or my iPad that I need to be concerned about. Beautiful day to fly. Holy moly. Keeping that turn coming. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is still in the green. Landing light off. Excellent. Looks like I'm going to basically fly directly back over the airport, but 1,000 feet above everybody else, so that is perfect.
Where's they heading?
Currently turning through 335 for 7738 November.
38 November, turn right.
030 now for 7738 November. Okay, we're back to this direction. $900 feet to go. So in a second, we're going to hear a very loud beeping sound indicating we are 200 feet away from our selected altitude. Oh, I timed that so beautifully. So that is looking good. Airspeed's currently 112 over the ground, indicated 111, so I don't have a tailwind or really a headwind right now. CHT came down to 408 already, so that is awesome. All other gauges are in the green. Perfect. All right, so we are leveling off at 3,000. Pull some of that power back. I'm not going to lean out my mixture just yet, since I'm still at 3,000 feet. Got a few clouds in the distance, but I think I'll be above them by the time I actually climb up to 7,000 feet. There wasn't any depicted when I got my weather brief this morning, so should be good. It's so crazy. It was actually 81 degrees on the ground. I'm only 3,000 feet up, and it's still 70 degrees. Not a huge fan of being this low, especially this close to a major city. You can actually see it. This kitty corner to the airplane right now. Because if something goes horribly wrong, there's not a whole lot of places for me to land around here. And I would not be able to make it back to Sugar Land.
And to maintain 2,000.
Was that for 7738 November?
November 7738 November, affirmative, descend to maintain 2,000.
Descend, maintain 2,000, 38 November. That doesn't make much sense, but okie dokie. All right, we'll descend at 500 feet per minute. Pull some of that power back. I mean, I am IFR, so I shouldn't have to worry about this class Bravo. Unless he's going to have me fly directly over bush, but either, so. It's very hazy today. Holy cow, I can barely even see the city. That's pretty wild.
November 38 November, turn right heading 080.
Right heading 080, 7738 November. And departure Cherokee 7738 November. Are you going to have me fly through the corridor and then circle around to get to Shreveport at 2,000 feet?
Cherokee 38 November, affirmative, and turn 10 degrees right.
Roger, 10 more to the right, and I will be in this cloud layer, so just for a heads up for 7738 November. Normally it's a VFR corridor, so I'm a bit surprised that this is the route he's taking me, but, and if I have an emergency, I'm landing at Bush, so.
November 38 November, contact, approach 134.45.
134.45, have a nice day, 3 November. Yeah. 134.45. I'm going to ask for higher because I really don't like to fly this low, this close to the city, and in between two major airports. Good morning, approach Cherokee 7738 November. Currently checking in, heading 090 at 2,000 in the cloud layer. Is there any chance I can climb a little higher?
7738 November, Houston approach, altimeter is 3004, unable this time, the departure will be climbing above you there at 3,000 feet. Can't get you any higher right now for the next 10 miles.
Roger that, no problem. 3004, 7738 November.
3 November, as soon as I can, I'll give you a climb.
I appreciate it, 38 November. Hey, never hurts to ask, you just never know. So it looks like I'll probably pop in and out of a few of these clouds. I can definitely tell they're rising. And I do have a couple of buildups here to my right, so hopefully those are moving towards the coast. Did a full weather brief before getting in the airplane, so we'll see. Currently an hour and 27 minutes, but now I'm at an hour and 28 because of how low I am. So we'll see what happens once I actually get to my altitude. Once we get to our altitude, I should say. I have plenty of fuel on board, so I am going to go quite a bit faster, just try to get through that 10 miles that he said I needed to get to, and then hopefully I can climb. Don't even get to enjoy the city views. I can't see it. Just barely, but I can kind of see it. About 3 minutes later and we're still at 1 hour and 28 minutes, so this might be a longer flight than we anticipated, but that's okay. My CHT is looking awesome. It's only a 382. I'm stoked about that. Be switching my fuel tanks here in about 6 minutes or so. Everything else is looking great. I think it's interesting. I did the weather brief last night and again this morning, and it said scattered clouds at 5,000 feet. This is a full cloud layer. Let's see how far we've gone. So we're at about 8 miles since I requested higher, and he said about 10 miles or so, so we should be getting that somewhat soon. Looks like we're just going to go right past both of these Class Bravo airports. We have officially burned 5 gallons of fuel out of our right tank here, so I'm going to turn my electric fuel pump on, make sure my fuel pressure is in the green. Come down to my fuel selector, switch that to the left tank. Fuel pressure is in the green, electric fuel pump off, and the fuel pressure remains in the green as well. Perfect. And we'll run this one for an hour before we will switch back to our right tank.
And November is 3 November, climb and maintain 3000.
Climb maintain 3000, 7738 November, thanks. Sweet! At least we got some headwind. There we go. Not headwind. We do have a headwind, but that's okay. At least we have a little bit more altitude. So full power, we're going to climb at 115. All gauges are still in the green. CHT is still looking awesome. And once we level off at 115, I'm looking for 500 foot per minute climb. We're actually quite a bit faster than that right now, so might as well get the altitude. He approved us for it, so looks good to me. Whew, that is definitely going to turn into a storm. I think there's going to be quite a few storms here today. So indicated we're at 115, ground speed 123. We're climbing through 2,600 now. I have my RPMs at 2580, CHT's 387, and all gauges are still in the green, so looking fantastic. Excellent. There is our 3000. So that loud beeping that you just heard was indicating that we are 200 feet away from our selected altitude. Indicated is now 130, ground speed's 139, so we have a little bit of a tailwind up here, not too shabby. I'm gonna bring those RPMs to 2600, and I'm at 13 gallons of fuel per hour, so I'll lean out my mixture just a little bit. There we go, that looks good. Now watch my CHT, make sure that doesn't come up. If it does, then I will enrich in my mixture slightly as needed.
Number 3 November, traffic is still o'clock, 4 miles in the opposite direction, Mooney at 2,500.
Roger, I will keep an eye out for the traffic, 7738 November, thank you. 600 feet below me. Looks like he's gonna go past me as well, so should be no factor, but I'll still keep an eye out for him. Oh, he went yellow. But he's at almost 1,000 feet below me. He might actually be in the clouds, because those are rising pretty quickly. Come on, I want to see the airplane. Ah, got him. And approach Cherokee 773 November. I've got that traffic in sight, no factor.
3 November, thank you. November, climb and maintain 4,000 for now.
Climb maintain 4,000 now, 7738 November, thank you. Altitude good, 4,000. And we'll climb at 115. I'm gonna go mixture full rich for this climb because I will re-lean this out once we get up to 4,000 feet. So full power. Excellent. That sun is bright today. Wow. You would never be able to tell that yesterday we had the craziest like hour-long storm roll through Texas. Which was hilarious because of course we went and took I dropped off the golf cart to get it fixed up because the alignment was a little bit jacked. And so Pops and I drove down to go pick it up and he was gonna drive it back. And we had to wait it out. But we ended up going to KFC for dinner, which I never get, so I was really excited. I like to say that I'm a foodie, but I'm really not because I'm not big into trying new things. I just like food in general. So my rule of thumb is eat whatever I want, just in small quantities. Lots of veggies, chicken, salad, all the boring stuff, really. Oh, by the way, in case you missed it, that big loud beeping sound you just heard means that we're 200 feet away from our selected altitude. I normally don't have to say that this many times in the video because once I get to my altitude, I level off and that's it. But I did not know that I was going to go from 2,000 to 3,000, back to 2,000 to 3,000 to 4,000, and we still have not even been cleared for our final altitude of 7,000. So I'm going to talk about it again in a little bit, I guarantee it. Beautiful. So 2,600 RPM I think is going to do me just fine. I am going to lean out my mixture again. My CHT is 387. That's holding steady today. Love that. So pull that back until I feel a little engine roughness. There we go. Enriching that a bit. Nice and smooth. All gauges are still in the green. Ground speed's 140, indicated is 130, and we are still on heading 090, so hopefully I will get direct to my destination because I'm flying way the heck out here. We leaned out our mixture a few minutes ago. I leaned it out all the way, so I'm burning 10 gallons per hour, which is awesome. My CHT is 404. All of my gauges are still in the green, and I'm using 2550 for my RPMs because I'm only at 4,000 feet, which according to my cruise RPM checklist, 2575 is ideal, so I am good with that. Ground speed wise, 135, indicated 127, and outside air temperature has dropped to 67 degrees, so hopefully that will continue to drop when we finally get cleared to, 1, fly towards our destination, and 2, climb up to 7,000 feet. This is probably the longest it has taken me to get out of the Houston area in a long time. That's all right. It's all for the memories. It's all for building flight time, so I'm good with it. And departure, Cherokee 773 November with request.
Hey, 973 November, go ahead.
Just wanted to find out when I can expect to get direct. Is it going to be as soon as I exit the class Bravo for 773 November?
At 3 November, it's going to be, what's the on course heading to your destination from the present position?
Please stand by. I'll double check. Direct 2. Looks like on course heading would be 016. Approach Cherokee 773 November. Looks like on course would be 016.
3 November, right, you can turn left on course now.
Left on course 773 November. Thank you. Sweet. Pays to ask, I'm telling you. Nav mode.
Maintain up 5,000 for now.
Climb and maintain at 5,000, 773 November. Thank you. He knows I'm trying to get up higher. Ooh, yeah, I did not want to fly that direction much further. I'm sure it's probably farther out than it looks, but I could see them building. About 30, maybe 50 miles away, which I could actually see looking out the window, so that's pretty cool. Direct. Beautiful. We've got 5,000 feet set. 1,500. Not 1,500. We're going to climb at 115. Go mixture full rich again in the climb. Bring that power in. And that does say 016. Perfect.
3 November, continue to climb and maintain 7,000.
Climb maintain that 7,773 November. Excuse me. I had a tickle in my throat just as I started talking back to him. All right, 7,000 feet. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just get up there. So I'm going to climb at 105. Who knows how far we would have had to fly out if I hadn't asked. I don't think very far because ATC is awesome and they usually take pretty good care of me.
East on another Cherokee at 7,500.
Roger, I'll keep an eye out for him. 773 November. Thank you. Gotta be this guy. Yes. All right, climbing up at 500 feet per minute. 2,000 feet to go. Airspeed's about 108 indicated. Ground speed 116. Cylinder head temp is 389. All gauges are in the green. I mean, this could not go better if I tried. I just had a feeling when I woke up this morning that we were going to have a fantastic flight. So I'm glad I was right. Granted, I'm going to be late for my appointment, but, you know, I left early enough I shouldn't have been. But things happen. Hopefully they'll be understanding. What appointment, you say, Kay? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Thank you. I am actually going for a potential job opportunity. So I'm flying into Shreveport Downtown Airport. I will kind of meet the team, check out the facilities, maybe check out some of the airplanes and the area more than anything. I've never lived in Louisiana before, so we'll kind of see how it goes. And of course, I will post updates once I know kind of what goes on, but I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm at 1,300 hours right now, so I'm 200 away from qualifying for my airline transport certificate, which is super exciting. It's really one of the biggest things that I think pilots that go to flight clubs or flight school for a career look forward to the most. So, yay. We'll do a little celebration if it ends up working out, and we'll kind of just go from there. We're going to hear another loud beeping sound again because we are 1,000 feet away from our selected altitude. So we're closing in on 6,000 for 7,000. Wait for it. I didn't time that properly. I tried. So it will go off anytime I'm 1,000 feet or 200 feet away from my selected altitude. And that can also be when I am descending. So when we get closer to our destination airport and it's time for us to start our descent, you will hear that when we get there as well. Sometimes that throws people off when they watch my videos. They think it's a stall horn. It's not. Don't worry. That sounds much different.
Number 38 November, you can direct destination, contact Houston, contact approach on 12005.
12005, 773 November. Have a great day. Thanks for your help. Good morning, approach. Cherokee 773 November is checking in, climb through 6,800 for 7,000.
November 773 November, Houston, roger, clear direct Shreveport.
Direct Shreveport, 773 November. Thank you. I'll just put it in here. Might as well. I already am direct, but just in case. So my plan was for us to fly home later on so that I can get a little bit of nighttime and you can obviously fly along with me and see what it's like.
Here's a quick video showing I was able to get home that same night. You can see the storm actually building behind the airplane, but this will be in another video.
However, I am going to have to keep an eye on these storms that were not supposed to be here. Hopefully they're one of those storms where they come in like late morning, early afternoon, and by the time I'm ready to leave Louisiana, I have no problems getting back. That being said, I obviously will not fly at night if there are thunderstorms because they're a lot harder to see. So we will play that by ear, you know, as we get closer to my departure time. Oh, yep, that Cherokee is past me. He's 500 feet above me. I do not see him. I wanted to see him, but I do not see him anywhere. He's another Cherokee, so I always like to see what they look like. If I ever get little red painted, you know, need some ideas. Let me know in the comment section if you have any ideas of if I should get low red painted and if I should just touch up the paint, make her look brand spanking new, or if I should just do a custom paint job. I want to know, so leave a comment, let me know. And just like that, we have leveled off at 7,000 feet. So we're going to bring that power up. At 8,000 feet, I can be, for 75% power, 2650. So we're going to bring this up to about 2,600, maybe 2,625. And that looks good to me. My CHG went down to 358 and the outside air temperature is 57 degrees, so it's nice up here now. I'm gonna lean out that mixture till I feel that engine roughness. Right about there. Enriching that slightly. And that puts me at about 11 gallons or so per hour, which is gonna be a little less because my RPMs obviously went up. So at 2620, I'm burning 10.3 gallons per hour. I am good with that. CHT is slowly coming up, so I'm going to make sure that stays below about 415, 420. And yeah, everything is looking great. So I will go to my airports here. I've already got the one that I am flying to loaded up. So Shreveport Regional, the last weather update they gave, VFR, winds are 360 at 3 knots. That's nothing. 10 statute miles visibility, sky clear, and the pattern altitude will be 1,300 feet. So ATIS frequency will be 128.45, so I'll go ahead and put that in here, just get it all set up. Excellent, 128.45. And no reason to mess with any of my other frequencies yet, because odds are, in this hour and 17 minutes it's going to take us to get there, we're going to switch our radio comms a few times. We usually do, so that's all good. Perfect. Right now we have an hour and 15 minutes, about 145 nautical miles, if we continue to get direct all the way over there. This is a Clash Charlie airport, so it's possible they might make me do some stuff, but we'll play it by ear. Should be fine. We have a message. It says time to switch fuel tanks. That happens every 30 minutes, but because of my long flight today, I'm going to let this tank run for an hour, and then I will switch back to my right tank when I come back into land. So they'll be off by about 5 gallons. I was going through my comments the other day and I noticed that you have been asking me how you can become a pilot. So if this is a question you've been asking, this is my answer. Save some money and use Pilot Institute for your ground school. You can do it in the comfort of your own home, maybe at work if you have some free time. It is a super, super simple process. The content is great, the videos are super entertaining, and I wish I had known about Pilot Institute back then. So if you want to check out their website, pilotinstitute.com, or just go to my website, flywithk.com. You can go and click on the tab, read all about it, and of course, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section of this exact video. I wish you the best of luck, because becoming a pilot, as you can probably tell, is totally worth it. Now, if you're already a pilot, but you know somebody that you think would be interested, then maybe pass it along to them. You never know. You probably already know this because I posted a community post about it, and obviously I'm on my way to a possible job opportunity. However, I do want to give you the option to let me know where you think I should land, pun intended obviously, when I get to my ATP minimums. It can be an airline, it can be a charter company. Let me know.
126.9 or 5.
126.9 or 5. Have a nice day. 3 November.
See you later.
Good morning approach. Cherokee 773 in November is checking in at 7,000.
November 7738 November, Houston Center, Roger. Jasper, altimeter 3004.
3004, 38 November. Thank you.
November 38 November. I'm showing scattered and moderate precipitation for the next 50 miles. It might just be AP. Do you see anything out there?
Negative for 773 in November. Looks clear to me.
November 38 November, Roger. Thank you.
See, ATC helps us out. We help them out. You know, I checked my headset before I got in the airplane so that I would be prepared, and it was green. And now I've been flying for 59 minutes and 11 seconds, and now it says that it is red. What the heck, man? Air Canada! Cool. I've only been to Canada one time. Do I have any people watching this that are from Canada? Let me know. Go away. Go away. Okay. That was really bad timing. I'm not saying if there's any Canada people watching this to go away. I was talking to the iPad. I promise you. Oh my goodness. You just can't make this stuff up, man. My apologies. I'm glad you're here, wherever you are from.
November 38 November, Houston Center 134.8.
134.8, 773 November.
United 705, contact Houston approach 120.05.
Good morning, Center. Cherokee 773 in November, checking in 7,000.
Cherokee 7738 November, Houston Center. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Local altimeter 3006.
3006. Happy Tuesday to you. 773 in November. Thanks. I like her. She's awesome. She already is making me happy. Well, we have officially reached 15 gallons in our left tank and 20 gallons in our right, so it's time to switch back to that right tank. We have 45 minutes until we get to our destination. We're making killer time, so I'm really happy. 45 minutes, by the way, translates to 85 nautical miles right now. As of right now, we've been in the air for a little over an hour and 20 minutes, so been a nice, easy flight. No complaints from me. Electric fuel pump on. My fuel pressure is in the green. Roll this over to my right tank here. Fuel pressure stays in the green. Electric fuel pump off. And boom, fuel pressure is still in the green. Looking good. I've already got my frequency ready. I'm not going to be able to pick up my weather just yet, but I will be able to do so probably in another 30, maybe 40 miles. Putting my sunglasses back on. Top Gun mode getting activated right now. Boom, there we go. It's so pretty out there. See, now these are the scattered clouds that we expected, which is totally fine. Those probably are at about 4,000 or 5,000 feet, so that's perfect. Didn't get any actual cloud time today, but at least we got to fly over them. That was kind of nice. Let's test our frequency.
Runway 6 visual.
Oh, I'm so shocked. We are still 85, well, that's regular miles. So we're 74 nautical miles away from our destination airport. 41 minutes, but because we are at 7,000 feet, I can pick up my weather. That's really cool. So, grab my piece of paper. Let's take a listen and find out what's going on.
Kilo 1456 Zulu, wind 3603, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 290, dew point 22, altimeter 3006, runway 6, visual approach in use. Notice the airman runway 1432 closed. Runway 1432 ILS out of service. Runway 6 Tappy's out of service. Check locomotives for multiple taxiway closures. Advise them to contact you from basic Kilo.
I'm good with that. 14 and 32 are closed, and they said also check the notice for multiple taxiway closures, which I did look at earlier today. And I have no shame in my game. If I get there and I'm just all sorts of confused, I will ask for a progressive taxi because there is no way in heck that I'm going to get a runway incursion. It is not happening, okay? Not happening. That's how I feel about that. Turn my music back on now. You know, I really need your help because I've decided I listen to the same like 20 songs every time I fly. So if you have a song recommendation for me, go ahead and put it in the comments because I think I need some new music. We've been in the air for over an hour and a half now. We have about 35 minutes until we get to our destination. So let's just do a quick check-in. All of our gauges are still in the green. CHT is 399, which is superb. I'm loving that. Our gas, we have 15 gallons in our left and 19 gallons in our right, and we are currently on the right tank. RPMs are 2590. We're going 124 miles per hour over the ground, and our indicated is 124. So no headwind or tailwind right now, and we're level at 7,000 feet.
November 38 November, contact Fort Worth Center, 126.32.
126.32. Have a nice day. 38 November. Good morning, Fort Worth. Cherokee 773 in November, checking in 7,000.
773 November, Fort Worth Center, Shreveport, altimeter 3006.
3006, 38 November, thank you. Well, this frequency is much less busy than the last.
49, 52, 16.1, direct to field.
I might have jinxed it. We'll see. I don't know. There's not a lot of traffic around here at all. And I can't quite see if there's much traffic at Shreveport just yet, but it doesn't look like it. 30 minutes left, y'all. Time flies when you're having fun. No pun intended. All right, a little bit intended. So they are using runway 6. Ooh, which is perfect. We're pretty much aligned. If we just come over to the left here a bit, we will be right in line of runway 6. Oh, that never happens. That's awesome.
43 November, contact Shreveport approach 119.9er.
119.9er. Have a nice day. 38 November. Good morning, Shreveport. Cherokee 773 in November, checking in 7,000.
Cherokee 773 November, Shreveport approach, good morning. Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 3,000.
Descend pilot's discretion, maintain 3,000. 773 in November, thanks. All right, quick math problem for you. Let's see if you were paying attention. I'm kidding, but we are going to do a quick math problem. I'm stopping my music and everything. So if we're at 7,000 feet and we descend at 500 feet per minute, how long would it take us to get down to 3,000 feet? Leave your comment, or leave your answer, excuse me, in the comments down below, and I'm going to go through and see who got it right. I'm looking forward to this. It'll be a fun little game that we can play. I might give you the answer later on in the video, but I'm not going to give it to you now. No cheating. Oh, we're about to cross into Louisiana. Awesome. All right, we're going to speed things along now. We are 18 minutes away from our destination, 35 nautical miles. I'm currently 5,600 feet, so we are going to descend down to 3,000 feet at 500 feet per minute. Pull some of those RPMs back. I'm going to slightly enrich in my mixture here. And airspeed's about 138. All gauges are in the green, and CHT is dropping now because we have a lot of cool air going over that engine. We're now at 390. Few clouds here and there, but it doesn't look like we're actually going to hit any, so no harm done.
Number 38 November, turn left heading 360, vector for sequence.
360 to the left, 773 November, thank you. So 800 feet to go, heading 360. Looks like we have quite a few airplanes lining up here. That might be a couple extra minutes, but hey, flight time is flight time. Enriching my mixture once again. And we're going about 140 miles per hour, so sweet. Says we have 12 minutes until we get to our destination. That may actually go up depending on what happens when we level off and how fast we are going, but we'll find out together. There's that 3,000, so bringing that throttle forward, adding in a little bit more power. Plenty of gas on board, so I'm going to use about 2,600 RPM. We might go through a cloud. I don't know. My wing might go through a cloud. Let's see. Nope, not quite. We got close to that cloud, so it got a little bumpy on us, which I expected. These clouds do not want to play games today. My rough air or maneuvering speed in low red is 129 miles per hour, and we're at about 127, so no worries. Eyes inside, because I am definitely going to go through this cloud. Pull some of that power back, because I know it's going to bump me around a tiny bit. There it is. Alright, that wasn't too shabby. And we might go through a couple more of these smaller ones, but it's not looking likely. Oh, there's a cloud. That one snuck up on me. Couldn't see that at all. RPMs are 2480. I just pulled them back a little bit too. I'll pull them back a tiny bit more. Let's do 2450. Well, that cloud was nice and tame. Love that. RPMs back up to 2500, and I think we'll go ahead and keep our airspeed at about 125, just in case we go through any more of these small clouds.
November 3, November, descend and maintain 2,100.
2,100, 773 November. All right, let's do 500 feet per minute. Why not? Once we get down to 2,100, we're gonna take a look and see which tank is fuller and switch to the fullest tank to land. I see some traffic. I don't know what this guy's doing. Hopefully he's not trying to cut me off.
November 3, November, airport, 2 o'clock and 11 miles.
Roger, looking 773 November. Okay. So there's the small lake that looks pretty much all dried up. And I do believe I see where the airport is supposed to be, so that's looking much better. And I'm pretty much, as soon as I turn here to the right, we will be on a straight in for runway 6. Awesome. Approach Cherokee 773 November, I've got the field in sight.
738 November, clear visual approach, runway 6, contact tower 121.4.
Cleared visual, runway 6, over to tower. Have a nice day, 3 November. Go ahead and start turning that direction. Good morning, Shreveport Tower, Cherokee 7738 November, checking in.
Cherokee 7738 November, Shreveport Tower, wind 3604, runway 6, clear to land.
Runway 6, clear to land. Thank you for the wind check, 7738 November. All right. I was looking at the taxiway because that runway is really worn down, but I've got it in sight now. Mixture full rich, fuel pump and landing light are on. All of my gauges are in the green. About 200 feet away from pattern altitude and roughly 6 miles to go. So that's looking good. Excellent. That looks much better. All right. Our ground frequency 121.175. So I'm going to put it in here just in case. Excellent. They did say when we picked up our weather on our ATIS frequency that the PAPI is out, which is no problem. We don't need it anyway. It's nice to have, but we don't need it. All right, 1,800 on the RPMs, airspeed slowly coming down, adding a little bit of back trim. There we go. Within that wide arc, first notch of flaps 10 degrees. Second notch 25, and airspeed's about 96 now. Bringing in a tad bit of power just for these trees. A little bit more back trim. Everything is looking good. Perfect. Come on. All right.
And just like that, we finally made it to Shreveport, Louisiana. So thanks for flying with me today. If you had a good time, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.